too. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I really enjoy all sorts of imagery cues, hands-on. That is the stuff that really made me really fall in love with Pilates. I loved it. It felt good in my body. But when I started having that kind of attention from my instructor, that was when I was like, oh my God, I'm hooked. Like, I feel the difference. Everybody needs Pilates. So I wanted to share some of that with you guys. Share some of that with you. And any questions, feel free to interrupt me and ask me, because while we're recording it for other people, you guys are the ones here also, so please don't hesitate asking questions, because everybody will learn. So don't feel like I'm lecturing at you, you know what I mean? I want to be interactive. So let's start with some footwork. So for footwork, let's go on at least your 3 red strings, and you can add yellow if you want to, or you can add a blue. And then you guys change your foot bars depending on your height for footwork. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. So that's number 1. Most important thing is you're doing that, and we're good. And let's start on your heels. And so as you're on your heels, we can flex those feet back. And flexing your heels, lengthening your hips. You can press all the way out and all the way in. So we'll start on the heels. Okay, so this is looking good. So first, as you just press out and in, you know that your legs are working, you know that your quads are working, and all of the things. But we can get a little bit more out of it with our feet. The intention of footwork is not necessarily about working your big leg muscles like you would do a leg press at the gym. The intention of footwork is more about lubricating all of your joints, so your ankles, your knees, your hips. We get to align your spine here. The shoulder blocks should have pleasant pressure on your shoulders. They shouldn't be digging in. And so with the next one, let's stay all the way in at the mirrors. Flex your feet back towards you, so really pull your toes back. Pull those pinky toes back as well. Imagine if you were gonna make a little footprint on the mirror, that your toes would not be on your footprint. So pull those toes back as much as you can, and then press all the way out and all the way in. Do just a couple more like that. And then let's actually bring your legs and feet all the way together as well. Yeah, let's bring them all the way together to touch. Nice. Okay, that looks good. And then really get those pinky toes pulling back. As you do that, you should start to feel like the arch of your foot is maybe working a little bit more. And that is a good thing. Yeah, that looks great, everybody. Okay, so now let's slide your feet down onto your arches. So you can bring it back in. On the arches, let's reach those toes nice and long over the tops of the foot bar, while the heels have some energy under the foot bar. Nice. We'll press all the way out and all the way in. We're gonna stay all the way together. And then for today, imagine when you go to get a pedicure and they put those little toe separators in. Imagine you've got those on and you're trying to get your big toes to touch. So you might have those big toe knuckles touching and you're trying to get those big toes to touch. And then you might have to spread your toes wide. Those pinky toes might press against your socks. Yeah, that looks really good. And then keep that going, and you might feel like your feet are working a bit more than usual. Ankles, shins, calves might also feel the same. Let's stay all the way in. Yeah, just hop right in, Taylor, whenever you're ready. We were a little bit late, so that's why we started. I would have said more hello to your brother.
No, you're totally, no worries.
Okay, stay all the way in at the mirrors. Slide your feet down a little further so that on the arch part of your foot, you're not necessarily in the middle highest part of your arch, but in the part just below the ball of your foot. Yeah, right there. And even come up just a touch right there. And give that a try. Yeah, there we go. And then even as we're doing some of this imagery cueing as you're hearing, when you do hands-on cue, you can kind of feel that if I just reach your toes long, it's not invasive. I'm not really in your personal space. I'm not being a light touch of toes. like it doesn't feel nice if someone's being sort of like afraid to touch you. You're sort of like, ew, heebie-jeebies, right? So whenever you do touch someone, you want it to be with intention. And so then if you put your whole hands and you have your feet nice and curved over and you've got that energy, this is a much more supportive connection when you're giving a physical cue to somebody. That looks nice, Veronica. And so now you probably feel like your feet are working a lot harder than usual. Yes, and that is what our footwork should feel like. And then when you're there, put energy under your heels too. Yeah, so toes and heels. Like I just kind of want like a little energy. And let's actually build onto that. So press all the way out, keep your legs straight. Keeping them straight, roll through your feet. Like reach your toes more to the mirrors on the top. And then reach through your heels more under. Use the foot bar like it's a little foam roller on your arches. And then you can get this nice little massage, and it can kind of feel good on your feet. And you can notice if your feet try to roll in or roll out, and we're looking for all of that symmetry. And then let's bend your knees and come all the way in. Nice. Okay, now let's come on to your tippy toes. Tippy toes, let's stay parallel and all the way together also. This is the classical variation of footwork, so you very much can be all the way together. And then same thing with your toes. Imagine like you've got those little pedicure things in. Try to spread all 10 toes. Try to get all 10 toes connected. So get that fourth toe. Nice and done, Veronica, that looks great. Get that fourth toe connected onto the footwork. Nice and long. Gloria, that looks wonderful. Yay. Okay, this is looking super good. Now in this position, let's bring your arms to your sides on the mat. And then reach your fingertips to the mirrors a little bit longer. And notice how that gives you some space between your ears and your shoulders. You get to lengthen your neck a little bit. And if you even just slightly tuck your chin, you should feel, and you don't have to lift up, but just like a teeny little, just a little tuck, you get to lengthen the back of your neck some more. And then as you press all the way out and all the way in, this is how you can achieve even more length through the back of your body. So now the back of your neck is getting a little more, your lower back is getting a little bit more length, and we're on those tippy toes, so we're trying to reach as far as we possibly can. And you want to try to keep those fourth toes on. That is one of the hardest positions for those little ring toes. And then throughout footwork, you do have your Saturday night heels. So you've got stilettos. These are not our Sunday morning heels. So again, like imagery, right? It's not a little kitten heel. We've got stiletto pumps on today. Maybe you even have like platform pumps. So those heels should stay super high throughout. Yeah, beautiful job, everybody. Okie dokie. Now let's press all the way out. Hold those legs nice and straight. Allow your heels to lower underneath the foot bar, and then lift the heels. And let's do a few of those. When your heels lower under, imagine like your body is not going towards the mirrors when that happens. It's like your heels lower, but you're still trying to get longer and to reach your head through the headrest more. And then you can create even just a little bit more length within your body. And now you can allow one knee to bend and the other to a little pedal out. I won't do our wide footwork today. We'll just stick with that narrow. Realizing I probably should have turned some music on too in the background, but it's okay. Although it's very quiet if I'm not talking. So as far as like all of that language, I will say all of that when I'm teaching. And, you know, I'll obviously keep it within our like 1 minute series stuff with our footwork. So I might do a minute on the heels, a minute on the arches, a minute on the toes. But throughout, with footwork especially, I am not really counting so much. I've got the timer, but I'm not doing so much of like that preview cue and everything because you're here. We're just adjusting our feet. There's so much wonderful things happening in footwork, and I want you to get all of those full benefits in your body. So this is a time that you can totally share all of that cueing. And I do that in just like everyday class. So in general, I'll have the music a little quieter during footwork, at least for classic, so that people can really feel how good this is in your body. And then you can let yourself come all the way in. Let's do a little windshield wiper. So with those feet on the foot bar, allow your knees to go to one side and the other. Nice. I don't know if anybody is Yeah, you want to? Will you put some mellow stuff on for on it then? Thank you. Okay, so now we'll go into some little like mini bridge setups. These are going to be pelvic tilts. So let's come onto your heels again, still parallel, but now you can open up those feet kind of the width you guys all had. Yeah, so about like a fist distance apart or just a little bit more. As you're on the heels, flex those toes back again. You don't have to flex the feet back quite as much as what we were doing before for our footwork. But with those feet flexed, don't lift your hips yet, but just tuck your tailbone, so you just tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling. And then tilt your tailbone down towards the floor. You'll get a little arch in your lower back. As you tilt the pelvis towards the ceiling, you'll feel your lower back begin to press into the mat more. As you tilt the tailbone down towards the floor, you'll feel your lower back arching away from the floor. This is good. We're getting movement through your lower back vertebrae. We're getting movement through your pelvis. We're also getting movement where your thigh bone, your femur, connects into your hip socket. So we're getting to lubricate a lot of joints with just this tiny little movement. So imagine like you've got a clock, not a digital clock, but an old school clock, and your clock is right in the mirrors there. And tilt your tailbone up towards noon on your clock, and then tilt your tailbone down towards 6 on your clock. As you just go up and down, again, we're moving through those low back vertebrae, the discs between your vertebrae, and this is actually like a lot happening in your body. Now, find that neutral position again, and tilt your tailbone towards 3 on your imaginary clock. So knees stay the same, but tilt your tailbone towards the boutique. And then bringing it back to center, tilt your tailbone towards the restrooms, or 9 o'clock on your imaginary clock, right? Going back and forth, you can tilt to the right, and then you can tilt to the left. So what's really happening is almost like a little hip shake. You're making your right hip and right ribs come closer when you're tilting to the boutique, and then you're getting your left ribs and left hip closer when you're tilting to the restrooms. So now we're going to connect all of that into a little circle. So you'll start by tilting your tailbone towards the ceiling, towards your noon, then take it towards the boutique or 3, then take it down towards 6 and the floor, and then take it towards 9 and the restrooms, and then back up to noon. And you can obviously go a little quicker, so it's really like your tailbone is drawing a little circle. You can alternate going back and forth, almost like when you've made a big bowl of cookie dough and you want to get every last bit out, and you take your spoon or your spatula and you are like scraping the edges, or like frosting if you're frosting a cake, and you are trying to get a beautifully clean mixing bowl with your little spatula. So you've got to scoop everything around. And then find that nice little neutral position again. You can do a little windshield wiper if you like. It's just kind of nice. It's a subtle movement. There's not much happening as far as what you can see with the eye, but there's a lot happening in your body with those movements. And tons of our clients in Wichita, they do that before they get out of bed in the morning. They lay in bed and they just do those little pelvic tilt resets because it just freaking feels good. So now, bringing those legs back to the center, let's finish that out with some actual bridges, but let's try to articulate through those vertebrae. So as you do that initial tug of the tailbone towards the ceiling, begin to lift your hips one vertebrae at a time up towards the ceiling. The highest point that you'll get to is that your shoulder blades should still have full contact on the mat. So maybe just those bottom floating ribs are lifting, but your shoulder blades are connected. You guys all look fantastic. Keep that position for a moment. Lengthen your knees to the mirrors more. You'll feel your hamstrings engage. Yeah, it will keep your carriage all the way in, and you can feel those hip flexors open up in the front of your body. Now slowly begin to melt your spine down, one vertebrae at a time, and keep reaching your heels and your bum towards the mirrors. So lengthening everything away from you. Let's try to decompress your spine a little bit. When your hips get all the way down, do that tilt down to the floor to release the glutes and get that little bit of extension for your lower back. And then again, let's tuck the tailbone, articulating your hips up towards the ceiling, one vertebrae at a time. When you get up towards the top, lengthen the knees away from you And then as you melt back down, reach your hips as far away from you as you can. Try to make space between your hips and your ribs. And then once your hips land down, again, tilt your tailbone down towards the floor. Yeah, beautiful. Let's just do one more of those. You guys look nice. So you should feel like your body is pretty warm just from footwork and these little pelvic lifts, also known as bridge. And I like, Lori, how you're reaching energy through those fingertips long again, because you get an extra little bit of energy from your neck and shoulders there. Just a little extra stretch. And then now you can keep those hips at the bottom. Let your legs just drape over the foot bar and let your spine decompress. So wiggle down from your shoulder blocks if you want to, if that feels better. You can allow your arms to come out to the side and just get that nice little feeling of a stretch. And then as you're there, you can kind of slide your calves around on the foot bar and have it be like a little foam roller here as well. So yeah, you can use it like it's a little massage tool, and that's always enjoyable to have as well. Yay. So those are like really, really wonderful. Our members love them. Again, like I said, it feels good to do in bed before you wake up. You can do it before you go to bed. We have a lot of people that enjoy doing that series when traveling, when you're sitting in the car, road tripping, or flying. It's a really nice little reset for your lower back. So when you guys are ready, you do not have to rush it, but you can gently come in. We'll come all the way up, and we are going to do some chest opener facing the back on one breath. So let's come on to our breath. Is that your Pilates ball cap over there? Okay, I literally have that in my car on Etsy. Yes.
I got it from Walter State.
Oh, fun. Okay, yeah, I literally have that in my car on Etsy. I'm ready to get it. Okay, on your one leg spring, let's grab those loops. And let's do loops today. Yeah, long loops. Go ahead and come up to high kneeling. Do a few chest openers just like we normally do. Because we kind of want to find that feeling and that difference between just our regular chest openers and when we're just deepening that mind-body connection. So you guys are all looking really, really good. You should be feeling your upper body working and your upper back working. Yeah, this looks nice. Okie dokie, so let's kind of add on to it a little bit. So first, roll the shoulders back a little bit more. Yeah, that looks lovely. They should stay like that the whole time. Think of the exercise being called chest opener, also known as chest expansion. We literally want to expand your chest. So if your shoulders roll forward, it's kind of impossible to expand your chest if you're forward, right? Yeah. So first, rolling the shoulders back. Second, let me just body, thank you. Second, imagine like you've got a walnut right between those shoulder blades and you want to try to crack your walnut. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades together and trying to get that energy. So when you press back, imagine like those shoulder blades are sliding together like they could crack a little walnut. And you want to look for almost a little bit of a V connection to try and get the tips of the shoulder blades down also. And all of you like already look just that much more open. And so we want to add a breath pattern to it to also expand the ribcage. So you can keep your arms forward first. Take a deep inhale, roll the shoulders back, bring the arms back, hold your breath when you're here. Beautiful. When you come forward, exhale fully, let your chest compress down a little bit. Yes, it can kind of concave. And then open up your chest. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders together, let your ribs expand. And then exhale, let all the air come out. And let your thoracic spine get that kind of movement. Everything is opening up. You're squeezing your back body together. And then you're letting your ribs relax, your lungs relax, your chest relax. Beautiful. Let's just do one more of those. And then we're going to add on to it further. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, now wiggle back on your carriage just a little bit so your feet are off the back edge. Okay, once you're there, you can have a slight tug of the tailbone again. This is going to be a little bit more resistance, a little bit more challenging. Float your right foot up. So just that right foot's going to float. Yep, and then do it again. Yeah, just the foot. Exactly, just that little lift. Because I think you did this with me too, Lori, last time. Yeah, it is for Taylor too. It's going to get sneaky. I know. You're like, and I'm conveniently taking a break. Yeah, okay, this is looking you should be able to already feel hamstring, right? This is good. Your whole back body should be working for this exercise. Switch feet. Let that foot rest, do the other one. And then now that you're focusing on your hamstrings and your feet, don't lose your chest connection. Yes, there you go. So shoulders back, because we still want to open up your front body. We're lighting up the back body. Nice. Okay, that was wonderful. So now, as you guys are in this, some of you are starting to let your hips go back a little bit in this little sort of like balance thing. You actually want your hips to be forward, get your hamstrings and butt engaged. They're gonna help you. Yeah, nice, Lori, that looks super duper good. Nice, Alana, that's way better. Now your hips are forward and you're not here. You might get a little cramp, yeah, try to find the cramp. Okay, so now let's add on to that further and float both feet up. Little bit, tiny bit, little touch. Yeah, just hover them right there, Lori, don't let them come up too much. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's when you got it. So think of hip bones forward, nice Monica, hip bones forward, rather than shoulders forward with butt back, which is kind of what our body wants to do instead. Yeah, you're getting a little hammy, see? So this is good because while this is an upper body exercise, we are getting your hamstrings working, your legs are working. And it's all with this different focus. You're doing great on this one, Lori. Yay. So the good thing about this too is not only, like I said, your upper body's working, but we're bringing way more body awareness to your whole body. And you're kind of getting to feel how your balance is so tested on the carriage that people will start feeling more confident and less likely to fall or have any kind of accidents happen. Because they're really feeling like, oh yeah, this is an unstable surface, you know? So then, when you're ready to take it one step further, when your arms are forward, your body gets to be a little bit back and a little bit more relaxed. When you bring your arms back, begin to gently hinge slightly forward at your knees, as in bring those hips leading you forward. Yeah, so instead of like a hinge here, you're gonna have it from the knees, if I mean, so that when you're coming forward, your hips are what is coming forward, not your chest. Does that make sense? Yeah. Back towards me. So when the arms are forward, your body's going to be a little bit back. And then arms come back and you're slightly hinging forward. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Veronica, you got it. And then go back a little more. Yeah, Devonna, nicely done. It's subtle. It's super duper small. We're going to add on to it. Ideally, you can float this feet up. Yeah. So, again, looking at intense. You guys are probably. You want some fans? Yeah. Do you guys want some fans?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, intensifiers. This is more fun than just pulses.
Yeah, it's true.
Or a hold. And this is totally an intensifier. So creativity as well. You kind of get to like play around some more. And it keeps things interesting. Okay, so that's a little chest opener one. Let's hang up those loops. And we are going to come into a chest press using your roll down bar, facing the mirrors. Okay, so then for that one, you can come inside that roll down bar. We're going to be heels together and toes apart. So Pilates feet, yeah. Heels together and toes apart. And then once you're there, press that bar towards your foot bar. And then bend back in. You can either have fingertips long or you can grab the bar. I'm cool with either option. We just want those wrists nice and long. Okay, that's looking really good. From here, notice how, you guys are going to keep going. When you come onto tippy toes, so go ahead and come tippy toes, when you begin to slightly lean forward, notice how your butt is going to want to go back. And that's, again, we want to lead with the hip bones. So we want your body in this nice little long plank position. You're also going to feel your calves activate, and your butt, and your hamstrings. So you try to keep those heels connected if you can, Lori. Yeah, in Madison. So bring your feet closer if you need to have that. Okay, now press that bar towards your foot bar. Hold it there. Yeah, you got this. Hold it there. Little lower, Veronica. Yeah, right there. Okay, now lean in a little further. Pause. Don't fall. Hold it. Yeah, you got it. You can. Stay right there. Notice if, again, your butt is trying to go back. Keep those hip bones leaning forward. Okay, pause there. Little pulses. You got it, little pulses. Okay, so now you can still stay on this tippy toes. I know. Keep those heels zipped together. Press your bar to your foot bar. Lean forward. Get those hips forward. So tuck your tailbone just a little bit. Pause there. Okay, good. You guys look really good. Strong arms, strong core, strong toes, right? Come in a few inches and then back a few inches with your bar. Okay, so right now, we're like Michael Jackson in Smooth Criminal with that lean. So now press out again, hold it there, 2 more inches. Don't let your butt go back. Yes, hold it there, squeeze your heels together. Ooh, hip bones forward, Lori, less arms, love those arms. Okay, a little bit further, yes, Devonna. Ooh, that's your best one, Devonna, you look good. Slightly tuck your tailbone too, that's gonna help you. Can you go 1 more inch? Hold it there, yes, Veronica, you're in. Okay, stay there. Pull your abs in. Little pulses with the bar. 5, 4, 3, 2, and back. Okay. So that was fun too, right? Chest press. Yeah. So there's your chest press. So you can lean with your heels down. And again, you want ideally those springs are not wobbling. If your springs are wobbling, you want to try to have them controlled. The springs are just a representation of all those different joints and that instability. And so you are, like, you can kind of see where my shoulder wanted to do that. Yours wanted to go all over. Yeah. So you want to use the mirrors and look for those even lines. You want the elbows nice and in alignment, and then you're pressing from your chest and pressing from under your shoulders. So you can do the same thing with your heels down or up, and then hopefully from the side, Veronica, you probably can see me. My butt is not back, right? Hip bones are what's forward. My calves, my butt are working. The abs are in that already looks better, Lori, right there. Yeah. See how your arms are better controlled like that? And you can kind of use the mirror that when you're bending in, resist and try to get the elbows in good alignment. And when you press, yeah, that's better too, Madison. When you press, it's coming from underneath your armpits. Yeah, that looks super good, and everybody's hips look absolutely fantastic here. And you should feel stronger in this position. And like you can push it maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Yes, Lori. You had it though. I just about jinxed it. Yeah, Devonna, you're doing this one super nicely. And you might feel like your calves are kind of working. So again, fun intensifier. Imagery with your Michael Jackson lean. Everyone knows what that looks like, right? And it holds so that it's not butt back, but hips forward. So you can always demo so you don't fall. If you don't have equipment, you can kind of hold on. And just make sure that you're teaching people hips forward, not here. And then if you wanted to do a little bit of hands-on cue, you could take hands towards like lower back sacrum, arm to belly, like that. And then that way you're not like putting your hand right on her tummy where she's not gonna feel as comfortable, but you're teaching that actually the balance comes from here, which you guys probably got to feel, right? And your feet a little bit too. Those kind of work too. Yay! Okay, and please you guys tell me if you have any questions. I fucking love that one. Okay, let's do a little chair. Let's do some TO obliques on the chair. So we'll take your basket off. We can go 1 spring on 2, and I'm going to teach you a couple different things here. Sorry. Okay, 1 spring on 2, and let's start facing the boutique. So left hip is going to come onto the chair, left hand on the pedal. You thought you were going to get works up here. You're like, I want to play. I didn't want to play. Okay, left hand on the pedal. Okay, press the pedal all the way down. That looks great. So ideally, your starting position is that that shoulder is right on top of the wrist. Yeah, you guys all look really good. Okay, go ahead and do some of your TO obliques that you normally do. Most of the time, when people do a TO oblique, yeah, they kind of lift up the leg as well. And then Taylor, you look good. Just let your feet go back a little more. Yes. So that you're more square with your hip bones to the boutique. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you may have to adjust your sweater. And sometimes if you're in slippery leggings, it's harder. Okay. Some of my leggings slip more than the other. Okay, you guys are really looking pretty darn good with this. Okay, next. Now stay at the bottom, and we're gonna scissor split your legs for an exercise called big twist. Have the top leg go back, bottom leg forward. Perfect. Now keep them like that. Rotate your chest to the pedal. Take both hands to the pedal, ideally, with your hip bone still facing the boutique. Yeah, nice one, good body, nice one. Now, use your abdominals to lift the pedal up and try to get all the way to the top. You can. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now just do a few of these. Feel what it's like in your body. It is a deep twist. If it's too much, you can lessen it, absolutely. It's a lot happening on your body. I want to make sure that you feel good. Okay, you guys all look really good. Now, for a trick here, when this is hard, and yeah, you guys can totally take a break at any point that you want to, there's a really great cue here. You can really doing this. Okay, so as the instructor, and you sort of feel like you're in their space, but to the client, you won't feel like you're in the space, like you probably won't feel invaded by me. Tell me if you're okay. You're gonna stand with wide legs and bring their legs to the outside of you. Now squeeze me. Yeah, use your legs, and now see how high you can come up with holding me like that. Yeah, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Yes, and then slowly lower back down, and I can grab her hip a little bit, and she can get a little bit more length. Then the other thing, so with me here, is I'm helping her to come up just by her getting to squeeze in, so activating the core more easily. The other thing about it is teaching her to keep her legs and feet in one position. So now, Devonna, I'm gonna step out. You're gonna imagine like your feet are on 2 buttons, and your buttons are keeping the lights on. You don't want the lights to go off. So don't let your feet come off of my buttons, my little imaginary buttons, and I will lift up. Oh, you got it! You got it, do it again. So the goal is that you kind of want those feet staying super still, and it will make it harder. Yes, exactly. So now let's partner and try. Rest. Thank you. It's a lot on the back, so if it doesn't feel good, you can work the next shot. Yeah. Yeah, and so if you're, yeah, you want to stand wide, don't lift your legs too high, and then find a squeeze, like really use her, and see how much easier that is to come in. It is so nice. It's like a shocking difference, isn't it? When you're like, oh my god, that's amazing, and easy, yeah, that looks really nice. And you don't have to do much work, you know, but the difference it makes for her is huge. So now gently step away, and then Veronica, imagine like your toes are holding the legs on, and you don't want your feet to move, and that is also really hard. Yeah. Nice, Taylor. Are you okay, Veronica, you come back when you're ready. I feel like yes. You feel safer. Will you do Lori so she can feel too thick and penetrate the
You pull them like in?
Yeah, I like to hold her feet and do a wide stance with your legs. Yeah, you need your body to be wide because she might want to be a little lower with her legs potentially. Yeah, that's all.
How many legs?
Yeah, you probably are right actually. Yeah, this foot can make it a little lower. Yeah. Yeah, and then exactly. I like to watch them so that they don't feel like they're going everywhere. But you're right removable. It's not like your back are still to a sacred square. Yeah, they might just be a lot of this exercise. You're good. Open up. Yeah, you don't have to really go. Yeah, I feel that wider. Yeah. And then you may need to hold her right there. Come a little closer to her. There you go. Okay, now try that. Yeah, try to keep your hips gently.
Good, you're like,
A little bit better. I tried your shoulders more squares before, but we know that you've got some back. Like you can actually see how her back muscle right here is trying to take over a little bit like a lot. This exercise is like a good lot for you right now.
Yeah.
Your body will probably get more ready for that later.
just go lay her back. So that's what I felt today.
Exactly, so you need to step wide. It's key as the instructor, your legs have to be wide. Yeah, because they need their legs open. Yeah, there you go. And then
That's a lot easier.
isn't that nuts? And squeeze her. Like you're not gonna hurt her as the instructor. That your client can squeeze you really, really hard. It's not gonna hurt you. You're so stable. And then
Squeezing your arms. I know.
yeah, no one will get hurt. And then you can like to your back also.
Rotate leg.
You can make it. You ever run up, shoulders and go down. Yeah, gently. And if you don't lower all the way, that's fine. You don't have to go all the way down. And then it's nice to, sorry. And then it's nice too because what you can do is start like lightening the grip with your hands. And then she kind of feels like, oh, I'm more on my own. And then you can sort of gently take a step back. And then she's like, oh, stay there. Yeah. And then, yes.
Falling a little bit.
Yeah. So you don't have to go all the way down, Madison. You actually just slid your way forward. Yeah, go back a little bit. You like make your way forward. Yes. Yeah. All of those things.
I got yelled at in every ballet class and everything.
Just so much. Yeah. Yeah, even now for sure. But it's shocking how much more doable it makes the exercise.
Oh, the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that feel better?
And so, isn't that fun? Yeah. I mean, right? Yeah. And so when you're teaching a whole room and you tell everybody, like, do not let your feet move. Your feet move, the lights go your off. People know that. And then, like, especially if you have to push into the foot a little bit, that's what makes it hard. Yes, you have to push a button with it and then hold it. And then you're like, yeah.
Maybe a little more scared.
That's a fun one. It is hard. So that is an advanced exercise because you are very twisted and you're doing extensions. So there's a lot happening in the back. Not everyone's going to enjoy it. I always teach that one with TO obliques first, and then we rotate. And I tell people if it doesn't feel good on your back to rotate, you don't have to. You're going to stick with TO obliques. And then usually it's like, I would say 60 to 70% of the room rotates. The others just stay in their TO obliques. But over time, their body gets more used to twisting and then they can do it. Like I think your body's just not quite used to it yet, Taylor. But like in 6 months, I think you'll enjoy that. For example, I'm very excited for like 6 months from now. I almost want to like try to take video just for like walking to see how it's going to be different. You know? Yeah. Carries themselves differently. We had another client, super cute, like she's like 5 foot, super cute, curvy down. And she was so nervous coming in at first and taking class and all of these. She was so shy. And then she started seeing those same differences, not first necessarily last week, because her body felt different. And she was carrying herself differently. And then she wore a crop top to class.
Yeah.
Yes. And she was like feeling herself. And then just like a few weeks later, she did just her sports bra. And I was like, yes. Like she's feeling good and comfortable in her body, and that's what we want. And so this all, helps with all of that. Okay, let's do some plank stuff. So let's come on to a red and a yellow for Superman, also known as long stretch. So let's do a red and a yellow for a more supportive spring. Yeah. And do it just like regular, like you know how to do Superman, just do a few. And let's just see how that feels and looks. And then we'll kind of like add on to it. And we'll get some good hands on you.
I don't know if we've done Superman at play.
This one. Yeah, you're coming to a plank. We call it long stretch.
Is it in the new?
feel for this in your body. How does your lower back feel? How does your chest feel? How do your feet feel? Like what all is happening? How are the arms feeling? Just getting that good little connection to your body. Go ahead and bring it in and take a little rest down. Taylor, that looks really good. I see that. Okay, little rest. That is your contemporary version with the feet against the shoulder blocks. Some people prefer that because their feet are against something so it feels stable. In the classical repertoire, your feet are between the headrest, parallel. So try that now, just between the shoulder blocks. Make sure your socks don't feel too slippery, and then do it here. And see how that feels also. And then notice how your lower back feels, how your upper back feels, how your arms feel, how your feet feel. And your guys' plank all looks pretty good. Okay, momentary rest, stay there if you can, Veronica. Can you guys see how Veronica is slightly dipping here? She's not quite as straight and flat. You're gonna work hard just a moment. If you can't, bear with me. Okay, so for hands-on cueing for good plank stuff, and this applies to all plank things. First, you can put your hand between the person's shoulders. Your hand, their shoulders. Push my hand away. Yeah, up here. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. There you go. And now shoulders are so much more open, and I can feel you wanting to go back down again. Keep it strong if you can. There you go. Now, her lower back already looks better just from this change. Keep this. Now lift your belly button a little bit. Yeah, right there. And then you probably saw I put my elbow down so her butt doesn't come up. So hand is between the shoulders. I'm making a straight line with my arm. This arm, the whole arm is coming under, and I'm lifting her to me here. Okay, this looks super good. Now press back gently. I'll give you a break in just a moment, promise. And then come back in. Good. And then again. Now she is working super hard, but she's doing really, really well. She's pushing into this hand. She's keeping her low back really close to my elbow, and she's trying to pull her abs away from my bottom arm, which is good. And you feel and look solid. Take a little break. How does that feel to you as the client? Good?
I felt like less pressure on my shoulders.
Good. And like not invasive the way that I'm touching you, right? And you can say if it does, because I have lots of different tricks. But most of the time, instead of if I put my hand on her belly, like people don't always want that. But when you do the whole arm and a little lift, it actually feels supportive. It doesn't feel invasive even though you're touching someone's tummy, you know? And then the hand between the shoulder blades is so easy because if you have people who look terrible in a plank, hand between the shoulders, hand between the shoulders, you can hit everybody in the class, like quickly. So that's a really good one. Kneeling abdominals, planks are rapid, Superman. We do so much planking, and people sink, especially when your body is tired. So you can take a little break if you want to, or actually, let's have you be like me and start touching everybody also. Touch everybody. And then we'll trade and do partners. Yes. Okay, so Donna, go ahead and come up. Yeah, give it a try, Veronica. And so you can do hand between Lori's shoulders and whole hand and then push my hand away. Yeah. See how you already came up right here too. And then arm under. And I know, you look good though, Veronica. Gently press back, nicely back. And then gently forward. Yes. Okay, good. You look fantastic. I'm going to take my hands away because you are working super duper well. You are solid. Lori, that looks fantastic. Lori, you can open your hands a little wider. There you go. Now looking like that. And then, okay, and this is a good example. If you look at Lori real quick, Lori's shoulders, like she's almost more rounded. So now you can open your chest a touch. Just do not too much though. But yeah, right there. So now that is going to be really hard for her. To try and keep her shoulder blades, like all of these muscles are going to be working super duper hard to go from rounded again to rounded. Yeah. Which yours will be close to that. Yeah. There you go. But this looks beautiful too. Veronica, nicely done. Rest and everything else.
Gladly.
So that is where, because I know that we all see people running a plank like not good form. This is key. And this makes a world of difference for people. They feel it right away. So this is good too because Taylor is a little hypermobile. She's got really flexible joints. Yeah, there you go. Nice, Taylor. want that arm under, you want to give a little press up. You do want to hug up, because then you're basically, when your position is here, they feel super secure. So you're kind of holding them. So you do want that bottom arm with some energy up. Do you guys want to try it on each other really quickly? And then, Devonna, if you want to try it on Veronica maybe, or vice versa. And we just got a couple more.
I know my swim backs. Not here. That feels so supportive.
Yeah, and you have a nice little push up on the, yeah, get a little energy, yeah, that looks good, you guys. Isn't that nice? And then, yeah, and I can see your arm has a little lift. Yeah. You want that energy, it doesn't hurt your belly, you know?
No, I
Yeah.
don't like cramping too hard for my head.
Remember in the very beginning when I touched your feet and I was like,
Yeah.
like you don't want to, if someone's going to touch you, when they do it with intention and security, then you're like, oh, I'm fine. Whereas if she was sort of like, hand,
And then the same.
you're like, ooh, look at me.
Yeah.
You know? So you want to come in with confidence and you want to hug. And again, you're not hurting anybody. Like, I have tummy aches constantly. And when someone's got their arm on them, it feels secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something like correcting things, like lifting up here is something I'm like, how do you, it's really hard without like wanting to touch their stomach, but like that feels
Yeah,
so hard.
the whole arm, plus it protects your body. Like as the instructor, if you're going around all the time and getting people to put their body weight into you, you need to keep your body safe too.
Yeah.
And the arm, you're more secure lifting up from there than like a little like serving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do here when you have their hands?
Yeah, when you come up, you want to place your hand like right between your shoulder blades. So then I'm going to put middle fingers on the side and then say push my hand away. Yeah, push my hand away, and they will instantly come in. Yeah, and it's very, again, on your position. Yeah. And then back. Oh, perfect, yeah. You want energy in that bottom arm. You won't hurt them. And when you place the arm, you're looking for either like belly button or just below.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. No. For planks, I think the right hip bones, it's usually belly button to like under there. Does that make sense? Yeah. But belly button is good because when you're in it, like in general, no matter what someone's height in is, if you're there, in general, your arm's going to be about where your elbow is. Yeah, there you go. The other big thing is you can feel if someone pops their abs out, like if they flex out, it pushes into your arm, and everything should always be flexed in. So that's another way to be like, feel how you're feeling pressure in my arm, and you're like, yeah, be like, pull your belly away from my arm, and then they're like, oh. And that goes into another little imagery cue. Think about when you're like sitting and lounging on the beach, wearing a bikini, someone cute walks by, and then you're like, yeah. That's the feeling that you always are wanting, where you're not necessarily holding your breath, you're just pulling in. So in a plane, that is our visual, and people are like, oh, I know that. And they just right away pull it. Yeah. So that's another little energy cue that I share. You're on the beach, you're lounging. They used to say, like, oh, you know, this is my teacher. If you guys lost time, if you do it, I'm like, oh, but yeah, I walk by. And then you can pull it in there, say, a cute dog might walk by, whatever. And you're like, oh, a cute dog. But yeah, so always like that little pull in. And that also, another little imagery for that one is when you have your little belly button in, another good one for that, and I meant to say it when we were doing our chest press here, is imagine like you've got your high-waisted skinny jeans, which I know skinny jeans are not super in right now, but you've got those super high-waisted jeans. You're trying to get that top button buttoned. It's before dinner, you're like, get my button in. That's the feeling you want the whole time as well. So I will also say like high-waisted jeans, getting your button buttoned before dinner, because halfway through dinner we'll unbutton it and then put our shirt over it and sleep it. Like we all know that feeling, right? Yes. And so that's another one, because sometimes when you tell people, like, zip your abdominals in and up, it's hard to know what that feels like. We can say a corset, we can say wrap your hands around your waist, but women know what it's like to get into your jeans. Same thing. So that's another like imagery piece. Okay, I know that for you guys, Allie did the front pipes with the shoulders. But I don't think Madison and Veronica were here, so I do want to do that one too. So you guys are welcome to do it again, or you can take a break. But let's go both springs on 2 or 3 on the chair for front pipes. Oh, we only have, I think, just 1 or 2 right after it. Yes. Yes, because I just want to do a teaser, and then, yeah, just pulling straps, that's it. Or pulling straps, that's it. Oh, okay. We'll go.
2 on 3. I just prefer 1 on 2.
Yeah, 2 on 2 or 2 on 3. Okay. And then come onto your front legs just like you would normally do. And again, just do a few of them just to get, okay, yeah, do a few front pipes just to get the feel of it. And like you normally do.
Yay! That's so fun. I love pipes.
Oh, yay.
I'm really good at comfort.
Yes, right?
She means what?
She's in her every week.
I know. Okay, this is looking really good. So now, so I like hands either on the side or on the back is going to be more advanced, yes. And so you can do either. But basically, we don't want them to let their shoulders move. So now from right here, I'm going to hold my hands. Yeah, I know. That's how much your shoulders are helping. So maybe you don't lift outside, which is fine. Yeah, see, nice and good. And you can lean into me a little. I just am not going to push you forward or back. Does that make sense? Yeah, see how that one was a bit more push? Yeah, so try it. There! Oh, you did it! Nice! So that, and I know she did that to you guys, right? Because I think Madison's going to be a fun one to watch. And then Madison too, look towards your knees to get your cervical spine in. Ooh, it hurt hard! Yeah, because Madison is strong in like a handstand. And you can see how much she wants her shoulders to take over, but you're trying to keep your energy into the pedal. So another trick for that, because sometimes it's hard to go around everybody's shoulders, which if you're here, you kind of can. Yeah, good job. Nice, done. But another way to do this is with intensifier action. So come into a pipe, but only lift like 6 inches off the floor. Right there. Don't let the pedal move at all. Take your right footprint off, put it back down, and then the other one. As you alternate back and forth, don't let the pedal move. And the lower the pedal is, the harder it is. Because the springs want to keep the pedal high. So you have to fight them by keeping the pedal lower. But it forces you to keep your weight in your feet, which makes your abs work harder, shoulders less. So it just makes the whole exercise harder. Nice try. Ooh, nice job, Lori. Ooh, nice job. Isn't that hard? So this, I do that as an intensifier. Instead of a hole, instead of pulses, we do punching. And again, keep the pedal low. People will try to do it with the pedal up. They're working way less than everybody else. They think they're working harder. They're not. And so I really like that intensifier. We have vendors there who are doing it now that they can do that motion with one spring on 4, other spring on, like on the one spring. Yeah. And they do it well. And I'm like, look at you go. But it's because it's coming from the right place that strength is truly built, which is really fun. I can usually do it with one spring on the bottom. I can't do it right now. Okay. So the last one that I'm going to show you guys is teaser. There's a few different ways to do teaser. Do you guys ever teach it on the box? Yeah. Let's do it on the long box. Okay. Long box, and this will be our last one. Okay. Long box, 1 bread, and then take your foot bar down. Okay, so on your bread, let's face the mirrors. I'm going to be a little bit out of the way. about a hand's distance from the edge, maybe just behind, seeing as your boxes are in front of your shoulder blocks. Okay, that's good. Feel a little back 2 inches, not much right there. Okay, lift your legs up into tabletop, into a teaser. You can reach your arms towards the nipples. Okay, once you're in your teaser there, just pause there to start with. For a perfect teaser spine, chest is lifted and open. Tailbone should be tucked under. So slight tuck, that's going to bring in your low abdominals. Your eyes should always be looking to the mirrors. No matter what arm or leg positioning, you're not looking at the ceiling. You're always going to be looking slightly forward. Okay, good. Now gently roll your body back. Come back up into your teaser. So you can just roll back. Your rocks won't go anywhere, I promise. Try to get your low back all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. You got it, you got it. You won't fall. Bring your knees in. Yeah, stay at the bottom. Okay, go all the way down. Yeah, take your knees in. Let yourself rest. Okay, now inhale, exhale, come up to your teaser, stay at the top. Okay, bend your knees again, tuck your tailbone under. Yeah, but look with your chest. Okay, good. There you go. Do you guys see that difference in her back? Okay, when you do it again, roll your way down, and then come up again into your teaser. Nice, stay right there. Okay, good. Better, already better. So for me, as the instructor, I am holding her ankles underneath, kind of like on either side of her heels or her Achilles. I am going to let her rest her feet into this hand, my underhand. This hand is holding her on top. I'm giving a little tiny hug to her ankles and feet, which is going to help her feel secure. Go ahead and roll down one more time, Lori. I'm letting her knees go with her. I'm kind of pushing her feet and her knees towards her to give her back a break. And then when you come up, I'm pulling her feet to me. I'm pushing down with my upper arm and just holding her with this one. You don't want, I won't let you fall. You don't want to lift up in her legs because her balance is going to be like, what the hell, which you're really strong, so nice job. But if you do lift up, see how she's like fighting, not falling. So your bottom rest, good job. Your bottom hand is just holding their legs where they should be. Your top hand is going to press down into the legs. So it's not everything up, it's not everything down. It's like you're trying to find this little hug again. So I'll do that to each of you, and then we're going to do it with the loops, and it's the same rules for fly. So if you want to come up into a little balance there, Veronica, and then again, I've got your hands or your feet in my hands. This arm is better on top than the feet. You are more secure as the instructor. And so again, you can let yourself roll down. I won't let you go anywhere. You can let your knees come to you, Veronica. Take a full rest there. Yeah. Now when you come up, come to tabletop. Isn't that nice? Yeah, right? And then let your knees come in, a little momentary rest, and then bringing it up again, and then again just guiding. And now she's barely using me. It's just a little hug. Okay, rest. If you want to do it to Devana, Madison, I'll do yours real quick.
I'm terrified of that short guys.
I won't let you go there, I promise. I promise.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I love this.
Slowly down, let your knees come in. Yeah. And then come back up again into your teaser and I got you. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Right? I know. But we're going to get that muscle connection. And so then I'm kind of pulling her feet to my body, so towards my belly. So I am also not overly extended. If I was like way back here, she doesn't feel as secure, I could be pulling her to the side. So I'm going to be head on. Her feet can rest on my belly, because then I know that I am secure, she's secure.
I know.
Okay, good. Okay, so come up into your teaser. Yeah. Come forward. Okay, lift your feet up into your balance. Okay, I got you. Slowly roll down. When you roll down, I know. Oh, you are a little far back. You're not just tired. Come forward. Just
I like all of
just
those.
you don't feel far. There you go. Okay, yeah. That's the hard thing. Okay, so then never go back. I won't let you fall. Knees come towards you. Let your knees up onto your chest. Yeah. And now come stop and reach to me. Isn't that nice? I would. I would say tabletop for you. I do too. I prefer a tabletop also, but I do. Devonna, you're in a good spot. Veronica, come forward just a touch. Okay, prop your hands up at the back of the box to start with, on the box. Yep, they are there to assist you. You're in a good spot. Okay, come forward just a tiny bit, right there. Okay, now keep your hands there. Lift your legs to tabletop again. You're in your little teaser. Okay, now when you bring your arms forward, the straps make it harder. They want to make it more challenging. They want to pull you down. So use your abs. Imagine like your abdominals are in so much that is what brings your arms forward. Don't let you fall, I promise. I got you. Yep, reach towards me. You got it. Won't let you go anywhere. Gently. I got you. And then back. And then again. So that wobble that you feel, I'm only keeping you secure. It might feel to you gently. I know it's scary, right? Come forward, Taylor, just a touch. One more time and reach to my shoulders. You got it. Don't let you fall. Yes. And then back down. Take a little rest. Okay, good. And then Taylor, one more inch forward. Yes, nice job, Lori. Okay, rest when you guys are ready. Isn't that ridiculously hard? Yes. Key things. Butt forward. You don't want your butt too far back, otherwise there's no box behind you. So when you start without the loops and get them to roll them down, they get to feel there is actually box behind you. Yeah. Everybody can fit it on the box. Even our 6'5" people that we have in Wichita can do teaser on that long box. You just have to get their butt in the right starting position. Then you're like, okay, the box hasn't moved, the box is still there, I have the support. So now let's do that same energy. If you're nervous, you don't have to add on, that's fine. You can just work that little balance, or you can get rid of your glutes. Come forward. Okay, if you feel good, let's come up into your teaser again. Okay, good. Bring your hands up into your teaser position also. Okay, good. Have you done it? Let's look all the way. Yeah? Okay, let yourself roll down. Let your arms go to a T. Let your knees come to you. This is the point that all you guys want to straighten your legs away. Let your knees come in. Give your hip flexors rest. Absolutely. Okay, now you want it to be a sweeping motion. Inhale, exhale, arms to me, legs to me. You got to use some momentum.
Yeah,
There you go. And then again, back down. Now my hand positioning on here has not changed at all. So then again, whenever you're ready, inhale, exhale, up to your teaser. Yes. That one I pushed down a little bit more, but you had it. Okay, one more, Veronica. You got it. Let your knees come in so you can get a rest. Inhale, exhale, come up. There you go. Oh yeah. Okay, now stay there if you can. Open your chest. Just a little bit. You don't have to straighten your legs, don't worry. There you go. There you go. And then down. Good. Rest whenever you're ready. Okay. Do you want to feel it too? You did good. Okay. So then, yeah, start your little teaser. Keep those heels. Whoa. There you go. Got you. Got you. Okay. Heels connected for you. Look at the mirrors. Yeah, there you go. That's going to help. Because if you look up to the ceiling, your neck's going to try to go with it. Keep everything forward. Okay, now slowly roll down. Arms can come out. Yes, there you go, Lori. And then bring it up. And then reach forward to me. Yes. And then slow it back down. Excellent. Done. Last one. Bring it up. Look to those mirrors again. Yes. Yes. I'm going to release you. Nicely done. Rest. Yeah, there you go. So listen, she might need you to push down more. So when you come up, go ahead and come up again, Devonna, and then push down to hold her. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You feel like a There you go. Now I'll let you do it. So when they need help, you have to push down to help them. Yeah. And again. And then use some momentum. Yeah, use Veronica. There you go. Nice. So then you can feel as the instructor how much help she needs or not. But then you can give it so she can build her confidence, right? Okay. Do you guys want to try any of that? You can do it without the loops like Veronica did too, just demoing to feel how someone's ready. Do you guys want to try it on each other real fast?
I've literally never taught teaser on the box because I am so terrified of it myself.
Be the instructor for Lori.
Okay.
Over here. Try that. You can do it with or without loops, but just so you can feel their energy. Nice job, Savannah. Not with slamming carriage, you look strong in your teaser. Yeah. And then you get to feel. So go ahead and roll down, let her knees go to her. Yeah. And then with this bottom hand, hold her ankles. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then when she comes up, you feel, and you'll have to lean with her just a touch.
Got it.
There you go. And then do another one. So when she comes up, feel how her legs come up into your arm. Fight it. Push down. Hug her ankles. Yeah! You could be a little closer. Yeah. You're a little afraid of that. Yeah.
But I was
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That's good body positioning for you right there. And then you can roll down, Lori, and her knees go to her. Yeah, perfect. And then as you come up, you push down, and that's how you're helping her.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're in.
I could teach it in a private.
Yes, but you can. And that is what then gives your people confidence. Like, I've never been able to do teaser, now I can do teaser. And then when they feel how their balance is tested, the reason it's called teaser, body, legs. You are literally teasing gravity. Is your back gonna fall or your legs gonna fall? That is why it's called teaser. So when you're like, I'm so wobbly, I'm gonna fall, that's the point. We're trying to fight falling. Teaser. Yay! Okay, thanks you guys so much. Speed workshop. Good job. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, if you have questions, message me. I will upload this to YouTube. I am recording more and more of my classes for our gals in Iowa too, because they're bringing Body Bar to Iowa. So they don't have other studios to go to and take class. So I'm recording a ton of classes. I'm putting it on my personal YouTube. I'm happy to share it with you guys if you'd like. Because then there's lots of cueing, like the footwork, and you can see how I incorporate all of this into just everyday teaching. And please don't ever hesitate to ask questions. I love this stuff. I can nerd out all the time. So if you ever see something, yes, online, and you're like, oh my God, what is that? Or what's the spring setting? Or how do I teach it safely? Message me. I'll send you an audio. I want to grow you guys. Yay! I'm so glad. Thank you so much for coming on a Saturday. I so appreciate you guys.